Hello, we will be having our discussion on the paper named as Religion and Healing. The present text, that is Introduction, is divided into many lectures in order to provide a detailed description of all the concepts which are related to provide an introduction to the major concepts of healing, spirituality, faith, as well as emergence of biomedicine and health. In the first section, I will be discussing on the concept of religion. I will discuss about how sociology of religion has emerged as an academic discipline in this modern 21st century. In the second section, I will talk about the notion of religion put forward by eminent and noted scholars present in this field. The third section deals with understanding the core of spirituality. Here, I will try to point out the dissimilarity between religion and spirituality by delving deep with the concept of spirituality. In the fourth section, I will try to establish the link between religion and spirituality. The fifth section will be dealing with the notion of healing. The following section, that is the sixth section, involves the traditional healer's role in healing the sick. I will then move on to discuss about the concept of faith in the seventh section of my discussion. The eighth section portrays the concept of faith among the three religions, that is Hinduism, Islam and Christianity. In the ninth section, I will discuss on the introduction of biomedicine in the society and its effect on the health structure of the human beings. In the 10th section, that is the final section, I will focus on the relationship among health, healing and spirituality in the society. Many attempts have been made to understand the concept of religion. An adequate definition lies in the understanding that religions are systems or structures consisting of specific kinds of beliefs and practices that are related to superhuman beings. For sociologists, religion is a stable cluster of values, norms, statuses, roles and groups developed around a basic social need. Religion involves religious practices. Persons do certain things such as attend worship services or pray to show reverence and worship. As said by Swami Vivekananda, religion is realization in heart of our hearts. It is all about touching God, feeling the God and realizing that I am a spirit in relation with the universal spirit and all its great manifestations. By this statement, he meant that man must realize God, feel God, see God and talk to God. According to the Everything World's Religions book, explored the beliefs, traditions and cultures of ancient and modern religions. There are roughly 4,200 religions in the world. The 5 largest religious groups by world population, estimated to account for 5 billion people, are Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism and Chinese folk religion. Following this image, one can predict that religion is universal in nature. Each and every part of the world is dominated by the concept of either one religion or the other. People are always uncertain about their future And it is due to this reason that still today, in this modern 21st century, we find the concept of religion to be thriving in the society in spite of the rise of science, technology, rationality, industries in the society. Let us now see the role of sociology of religion in the present society. Sociology of religion is the study of the beliefs, practices and organizational forms of religion using the tools and methods of the discipline of sociology. In other words, it is the study of society from a religious perspective. Sociology of religion is interesting in studying the extent to which religion has brought about change and development in the society. Sociologists thus considered religion to be an extremely important social variable having a profound impact on the society. Religion is deeply rooted in man and his blood since many centuries ago. Still, it has been dominating man and his way of thinking and behavior. Within the framework of human rights, religion is considered as an inherent and individual right of the man. Therefore, religion is a very personal matter in man and his life. Many early prominent psychologists such as Freud, James and Hall argued that religion must be considered for a holistic understanding of the person. There are numerous definitions of religion and only a few are stated here. People refer to religion as the belief in or the worship of a god or gods or the service and worship of God or the supernatural. Anthropologist Clifford Geertz defined religion as a system of symbols which acts to establish powerful, pervasive and long-lasting moods and motivations in men by formulating conceptions of a general order of existence and clothing these conceptions with such an aura of factuality that the moods and motivations seem uniquely realistic. The sociologist Durkheim, in his seminal book, The Elementary Forms of the Religious Life, defined religion as a unified system of beliefs and practices relative to sacred things. By sacred things, he meant things set apart and forbidden, beliefs and practices which unite into one single moral community called a church, all those who adhere to them. William C. Ogburn believed that religion is an approach of the people towards the all-powerful, which is believed to have suprahuman presence. Therefore, we can see that religion involves awe, reverence and gratitude of the people, which makes it to be distinct in nature from all the other elements present in the world. Spirituality can be seen as any kind of meaningful activity or blissful experience of the individuals. It is subjective in nature. Looking deeply into the origin of the word spirituality, one can find that the term spirit means animating or vital principle in man and animals, which is derived from the old French esprit, which comes from the Latin word spiritus, which means soul, courage, vigor, breath. The term spiritual matters concerning the spirit. Spirituality is therefore a philosophy and personalized system of principles and beliefs. It is universal, yet is customizable. An integral part of spirituality is the idea that everyone can connect with and become one with the energy in the universe and all of its mysteries. This experience can happen to anyone, regardless of nationality, or whether or not they are religious or an atheist. Gaining a sense of true spirituality can take place at any time in life. It deeply affects lives and allows for the development of an even stronger sense that one's life matters and that it is worth living. Spirituality must be shared in a loving and comforting way. It does not seek to convert others to its own way of thought. It is open to anyone who takes the time to discover it on his own terms and at his own pace. But it must be noted that spirituality and religion are contrasting terms. It is often by recognizing their differences that a person can understand the concept of spirituality. We can see that in the following ways. Firstly, there is not one religion but hundreds, versus there is only one type of spirituality. Secondly, religion is for those who want to continue rituals and the formality, versus spirituality is for those who want to reach the spiritual ascent without dogmas. Thirdly, religion is for those that require guidance from others, versus spirituality is for those that lend ears to their inner voice. Fourthly, religion threatens and terrifies, versus spirituality gives you inner peace. Fifthly, religion speaks of sin and fault, versus spirituality encourages living in the present and not to feel remorse for which has already passed. Thus, it becomes clear that religion and spirituality are strikingly contrasting terms, though the people mistakenly consider them to be synonymous in nature. Practicing spirituality and maintaining spiritual beliefs by a large section of population in the world makes it to be a strikingly important area of study by many scholars of the era. In this section, I will discuss on the relationship or link between religion and spirituality. It can be seen from both spirituality and religion provide their followers with their rise in belief in the supernatural, comfort from their dilemmas in the society. It provides a reflection in one's inner self. It promotes ethics, moral values and principles in its followers. And lastly, it creates a sense of awe and reverence among its followers. In the second diagram, we can again see that how religion is related with one's spirituality. People in this modern century are diverged into many fields, but each and every field directs them to be spiritual at heart. In the same way, when a person performs a religious activity with utmost concentration, then it has been found that the person achieves spirituality or transcends himself or herself to the spiritual world. In another diagram, we can again see that science permeates itself into two branches, which are theory and experimentation, and spirituality too is followed by two branches of philosophy and religion. The relationship between religion and spirituality can be best exemplified with the game of football. Just as the rules, referees, other players and field markings guide a player to play the game, in the same way, religion often acts as the pathway to find the spirituality within oneself. Therefore, the nexus between spirituality and religion is very close to each other and is considered as an important part of study by many scholars dealing with these two dimensions. Let us now build a good amount of knowledge on what is healing. Healing is an intensely personal, subjective experience involving a reconciliation of the meaning an individual ascribes to distressing events with his or her perception of wholeness as a person. If we deeply delve into the matter, then we can see that healing is a spiritual course of action that attends to the comprehensiveness of an individual. It crops up over time and continues throughout the individual's journey of life. Spiritual healing leads to the preservation of health, emphasizing meditation, specific movements of the body, so that the physical condition of the individual is restored to its normal state. If we diagrammatically represent the benefits of spiritual healing to an individual, then we can find that spiritual healing provides men with the means to survive. That is, it provides the people with the zeal to fend for his physiological needs. It provides him with safety and assurances from within. All his inner tensions and worries are washed away by spiritual healing. It makes man more social in nature. That is, it rejuvenates all his social bonds in the society. Spiritual healing promotes self-esteem of an individual, as it provides him with confidence and respect of others. Lastly, spiritual healing strives for self-actualization, that is, morality, creativity, and acceptance within an individual. Therefore, it can be presumed by us that healing is an overall connection of the body, mind, spirit. Before discussing the concept of traditional healers, it is essential that one must have an understanding of traditional medicines. According to World Health Organization, traditional medicines include diverse health practices, approaches, knowledge and beliefs, incorporation of plants, animals, spiritual therapies, manual techniques and exercises, applied singularly or in combination to maintain well-being, as well as to treat, diagnose or prevent illness. Coming down to the concept of traditional healers, it can be seen that a traditional healer is a person who is chosen by the ancestors and is bestowed with special knowledge and training on herbs, spells of magic, and may use them for the benefit of the society and its members. Traditional healing is therefore a holistic method to restore complete health. The herbs provided by them have medicinal and spiritual properties that will heal the body and the soul of the individuals. Traditional healers in African society help people solve various social problems, from rainmaking, curse removal, spiritual cleansing, and dispute resolution. The traditional healers are usually informal, unrecognized by the government, and do not interact with the rest of the health system. As a result, they work in their own formal ways to heal the lives of their followers from the present state of suffering. World Health Organization made a note that traditional healers are especially significant in developing countries because they are more accessible and affordable. In addition, they are more socially accepted too, as compared to formally trained health workers from the urban areas. The anthropologist noted that there are two main dimensions of traditional healing, that is, community healing system and humoral healing system. The community healing system involves healing of such individuals who are socially excluded for their bodily ailments, while humoral healing involves creating a perfect balance of all the elements within the body. Healing is therefore an extensive notion into which the human evolution is absorbed since time unknown. The concept of faith is a broad one. Faith is belief that is not based on proof. It can also be defined as confidence or trust in a person, thing, deity, view, or in the doctrines or the teachings of a religion, as well as confidence based on some degree of warrant. We can many a times see that the word faith is used synonymously by the people as hope, trust, or belief. In order to bring about healing of an individual through religion, one must entrust some amount of faith on the religious rituals attuned with it. People many a times are regarded to be atheist by the others in the society when they do not delegate their faith on religion. If you study deeply into this arena, then you will notice that people look to their faith as a source of guidance and inspiration. Let us refer to the work of Newman, who provided a diagrammatical link among spirituality, religion, and faith. He symbolized religion as a doing in faith, spirituality as being in faith, and faith as knowing of the faith. Faith is regarded as the foundation for either spirituality or religion among the human beings. It is therefore suffice to say that faith is one of the most central factors related with the concept of religion and healing. Let us now concentrate on the role of faith in different religions. I will be putting forward Hinduism, Islam, and Christianity as a part of my lecture in this subsection to emphasize on the role of faith in their religious doctrines. Hinduism promotes the fact that a true follower of the religion will be able to understand the religious principles, and it's by this way that faith can be stimulated within them. Swami Chinmayananda held the view that faith cannot be ignited within people who are in search of material gain. Healing is believed to be promoted among the devotees who are in anguish at the present moment. Healing practices in Hinduism is associated with yoga and Ayurveda. People entrust their faith on these practices and believe them to promote healing among all. Islam pertains to the fact that religion is a subjective experience of mankind. The same has been noted in the Holy Quran, that whoever trusts their entire faith and devotion to Allah, it is only then that they can receive healing from the divine force. 6 articles of faith are inscribed in the Quran. Let us note them one by one. Firstly, oneness to God. Secondly, messengers and prophets of God. Thirdly, revelations and the Quran. Fourthly, faith in angels. Fifthly, faith on the day of judgment. Sixthly, the belief in predestination, that is, complete knowledge and belief in God. Christianity also promotes faith and devotion of their followers on Jesus Christ. Christ affirmed that whoever will allocate their faith on Him, it is only them who will receive His healing hands. As Galatians marked, that blessing is bestowed upon them who hands over their faith to the Almighty. Therefore, we can in this way understand how faith is one of the striking factors in the study of religion. People traditionally maintain the belief that there is a power which is superior to them and which transcends them in all spheres. Therefore, they categorized it as supernatural. The spiritual healers intervened into this sphere and claimed to possess superior power to heal the individuals from their pain and suffering. The healing included not only physical well-being but also mental well-being of the sufferers. It was at the dawn of the 16th century that biomedicine started to emerge into the society. Medical theory developed due to the development of science and logic among people. It was during this period that the germ theory of disease made its mark, which provided the information that normal functioning of the human body is caused by microorganisms. Following this light of information, Louis Pasteur did a huge study where he established biomedicine as an important source of maintaining the proper functioning of the Homo sapiens. Thus, we can have a grasp on the fact that spiritual healing started to take a new course with the establishment of health and biomedicine. Now, we will look into the relationship among health, spirituality and healing through the diagrammatic representation of Connie, Saltz, Corley. We can see the diagram of a lotus flower from where Corley tried to ascertain the link among the three variables. According to him, beliefs and behaviors of the individuals form the heart of any religion. Spirituality lies between health and healing. It must be noted that beliefs and behaviors are nestling at the heart of the lotus flower. Therefore, health and healing of an individual is surrounded by the spiritual belief of the people. Faith in the mystic and confidence on the healing techniques provided by the religions of the world is the sole way by which a person can get back to the regular functioning of the society. To sum up, it is in this way that we find a close connection among health, healing, and spirituality.